What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you from inside Thundercat. This is my other 2013 Cascadia. This one, it's got the full skirts on it. It's got a bunk heater. This is more like the company truck. Well, company driver truck. It's not my personal truck. But it's crazy because since I got into this truck, and my bad, I'm just getting right into it because I'm ecstatic. Just because of this whole situation. I actually bought this truck, and shame on me because I bought this truck and I never really drove the truck. I literally bought it and drove it to my yard, got it detailed, got some stuff fixed on it, and sent it on the road. I never took the time to really drive this truck and really get a feel for it. I mean, I drove it back and forth from the shop when I got the clutch and the motor mounts done, but I never actually went over the road in this truck. So this has been like a very how can I put it, educating journey or experience for me, because because the driver basically brought the truck back. Hey, move. The driver brought the truck back, and what is that? So the driver brought the truck back, and I ended up jumping in it because it had some issues. It had 2 check engine lights that were on. And when I put the computer on it, it said it was for the EGR actuator had went bad. So I, took it and I was going to head to Texas. I had a driver pick up my Texas load, dropped it off at the yard, and then I had to get some tires put on one of my trailers. So got tires put on the trailer, and I, was checking this truck out before I left. Topped off the coolant, checked the oil, did just the preliminary pre-trip on this truck. And off to Texas I went. I got all the way to Brownsville, Texas, which is damn near Mexico, like past Laredo, past McAllen, way down there, the tip bottom of Texas. And my stop engine light, my check engine light, and all that came on. I pull over at this little gas station. I check the EGR actuator. One of the lines that busted is shooting coolant just out the side of the truck. And let me tell y'all, I never realized how much coolant is actually inside one of these trucks until you lose it all. Because, oh my God, it was horrible trying to put coolant back in it. It took forever. But I end up breaking down at the gas station, right? I was actually on my way to Freightliner to go buy the actuator so I could put it on myself. But I ended up breaking down, so I ended up having a down low Lyft because they didn't have Uber where I was at. So luckily, thank God Lyft was there. And I was about 17 miles from the Freightliner. Got there in the nick of time, picked up the part, and I slapped the part back on. I actually recorded it on Snapchat. So I got all that done, and I actually fixed it myself. Because right now, money is tight for me, and I didn't want to pay for no road service. So I said, you know what? Hey, I got tools. Something told me to bring my tools on this trip. I loaded up all my tools, and one thing about tools is, for me, I went and bought every single, I basically researched every size, nut, bolt, nick, and cranny that this truck had on it. Well, just the Freightliner Cascadia with the DD15 2013. I went and figured out every bolt size, nut size, screw size, and I went and bought all them tools and put it in my bag, just in case, I need it to do something. So I ended up doing that, and it actually came in handy because I slapped it off and slapped it right back on. And shout outs to, his name is Francisco. He does like a bunch of YouTube videos like how to work on DD15s. And I literally watched it while I was getting unloaded, and I watched it while I was on my way. Well, once I stopped and I was on my way to go to Freightliner. Then once I actually got the part, went back, I was damn near had the tablet out, sitting right there on the tire, hit the play button, and I was just going through it step by step, and I put it on by myself, no hiccups, no nothing. It's been running like a champ ever since. So shout outs to him and making that video on how to change it, because woo, it would have been all bad for me. But something I noticed about just myself and just this whole, just everything about the beginning of this year, just this year alone, I've learned so much in the past 60 days just about just me as a person, me as a business owner. Just in every aspect of life, I've learned a valuable lesson. And that lesson is this: never become complacent with anything. I became so complacent that, like, I got in this truck, I rode in this truck, and I just was kicking myself all the way to Texas because I allowed this truck to get into the shape that it's in. Like, I mean, I got a busted fairing over there, I got a busted bumper over there, it's got like an air leak somewhere. Like, I'm just so disgusted at myself because I became so complacent in life that I allow all my equipment to go to shit. And I told myself that I'm never putting myself in this position again, because it's horrible. Like, my truck should never run like this. And it's crazy because not only have my trucks been fucked up, but my vehicles have. Like, I just became just a complacent ass person. And I realized that's where I failed and that's where I fucked up. Is I became so complacent that I just allowed everything to just go to shit. And I wasn't on top of it. And I'm just like, wow, like, this has been an eye-opening first of the year. And that's just with everything in life. Like, never become complacent because it's horrible. And like I told myself, I'm gonna get this truck back to being immaculate and A1. But it's just, man, complacency is a killer. Just in every aspect of life. Never become complacent. Always stay on your P's and Q's, and always stay on your A game. As for an update, everything is good. I mean, man, the last 30 days has been amazing. Everything is going as planned. Everything is turning itself around. The money's coming in. Everything's being caught up. Just everything is on an up and up. Everything's positive. Like, everything's been happening in my life for a reason, and it's a good reason. Like, I'm so happy right now. I'm happy that God, is finally opening my eyes and just showing me, like, where I was messing up at. And it's like, I'm just so happy. Like, it's crazy. I'm, like, overjoyed. Like, because, man, if only y'all knew the content that I got coming for y'all. But I just thought I'd make this quick video about becoming complacent and how it affects your company, your life, just everything as a whole. When you become complacent in life, it affects you. It's like a cancer. It just spreads everywhere. Don't become complacent if you're going to own a fleet, especially if you're going to have a purchased fleet, not a lease fleet, not any of that. If you got titles and you own stuff and you own trucks, never become complacent. And this has just been a huge eye-opening experience, because it's like, not only did I become complacent, like I said before, with my trucks, but also with my vehicles too. So I got a whole lot of spring cleaning to do, and it's gonna be a cold summer. That's all I'm gonna say. So with that being said, check out the next video. Love, peace, prosperity, and I will catch y'all in it. Deuces.